Good evening, my fellow reptiles. Today is December 7th, 2011, and this is my first introduction video, to my series on religion. This is going to be a rather long series, as I'm going to be covering all sorts of different topics, and I have a lot of stuff planned for the next coming months into 2012. However, because this is a video introduction to the topic of religion, let's dig and jump right in. If Christians are right about Jesus being the Son of God, then Muslims and Jews fail in a very serious way to love God as God really is. But if Jews and Muslims are right about Jesus not being the Son of God, but instead a teacher or prophet, then Christianity fails on loving God as God really is. My point is this: we can't all be equally right on the nature of God. I strongly believe that one of the main barriers to world peace is religion. But more so, the major traditional religions, which have exclusive claims that their religion is superior to other religions. Now, it may become a surprise to you, but I actually agree with this. Religion, generally speaking, tends to create controversy, war, not peace, killings, death, wars. That's what religion has seemed to accomplish, for the most part. Religion tends to create a slippery slope in the heart. Each religion informs its followers that they have the, quote, the truth, and this naturally leads them to feel superior compared to other people with differing belief systems. Religion also tells its followers that they are saved and connected to God by devotingly following those truths. I'm fairly confident, though, that most of my viewers will agree with me that religion seems to erode the peace on earth, the world in which we live in right now. So I ask a question: what can we do about this problem of religion? Well, believe it or not, there are three essential ways in which our cultural leaders of today in America and around the world deal with the problem of religion. 1, outlaw religion. 2, condemn religion. Or 3, privatize religion. Many people all around the world invest time into each of these three ways of dealing with religion. I am here today as Daniel Sulzbach, a simple person on YouTube, to tell you that I don't believe any of these three methods are going to be effective. In fact, I'm fairly confident from what I've seen and observed that these three methods are only going to aggravate and make the situation more aggressive. But as of right now, because this is an introduction video to religion, I don't want to cover those three aspects of how people deal with religion. But instead, I want to ask you a very important question. But before you give an answer, hear out what I have to say. What is religion? Now, plenty of people say that religion is a belief in a God. However, you need to understand that this idea of believing in God does not fit the Zen Buddhism version of God. In fact, Zen Buddhism doesn't even believe in God. Some people say that religion is believing in the supernatural. Yet again, this does not fit Hinduism, which does not believe in a supernatural realm with anything beyond our material world, but instead only a spiritual reality in the empirical. So I stress this point again. What is religion? Religion is a set of beliefs that explains what life is about, who we are, and the most important thing that we as humans should be spending our time doing. For example, a lot of people think that the material world is all that there is, that we are on this earth by a simple accident, and when we die, we simply rot into the earth. Therefore, the most important thing for you to do with your life is to be happy, to make choices and do things to make you as an individual happy. And of course, not to let other people impose beliefs upon you. I want you to notice something, though. Notice that this is not an explicit religion or organized religion. It contains a master narrative. In other words, an account on how we live our life, along with the recommendation on how we live based on the account of things. That's right, things. Now, some people call this a worldview, and other people call this a narrative identity. Whatever you want to call it, it is faith-based assumptions about the nature of things. Again, things. Every time I say things, I'm going to just wiggle my fingers. Things. This may come as a surprise to you, but it is an implicit religion. Now, broadly understood, faith in some view of the world and human nature informs everybody's life. Everyone, including myself, whether we acknowledge it or not, operate under some narrative identity. You know those people who say, you ought not to do that, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that? They reason as such as a implicit moral or religious position. So take one moment and think about the stuff that I have said, and the question that I ask, which I think I've given a fair definition of what religion is earlier in the video. But if you disagree, feel free. And by all means, I am Mr. Repzion, also known as Daniel Sulzbach. Please leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts, ideas, suggestions, recommendations, whatever you want. And I look forward to making another video on discussing the 3 different ways in which our culture deals with religion. And I will see you in that next video whenever I get around to making it. Thanks for watching. Peace the Rep out.